Hello, my name's David, and in this video I'm going to give you a long overdue update on my trading account. For those of you who are new to my channel, I not only produce videos about photography and Instagram, but about 9 or 10 months ago I decided to open a trading 212 account and have a go at investing on the stock market and try to learn about how the stock market works and how trading shares work. What I decided to do is invest no more than £200 and buy and sell shares up to the value of £50. And when those shares become £2 positive, when they've made £2, then I sell them. It's not gone all to plan because when trading works in a way, sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. And this isn't financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. And if you decide to buy and sell shares yourself, you've got to understand that your money is at risk. My last video was November 2023, and in that time we've had the run-up to Christmas. We've had Christmas and we've had January, the January blues. And in that time I've not really done an awful amount on this trading account, but I have done some things and things have moved on. So let's have a look on my computer now and let's see where my account stands and what I've done with that over the last few months. So let's have a look at my account now. And before we go into my account itself, I just want to give you a quick update on where the UK stock market in the FTSE 100 is, just to give you an idea of how trading conditions have been. If I look at 6 months, which gives us November to today, that's the period we're looking at. The stock market has been fairly positive towards the end of the year, and up to the January, it's really gained quite well over Christmas, but then it's fallen off a cliff. And it's just not been good for the last since January really. So even though we've had some positive signs, it's really been a bit unstable, and those conditions have made it a bit difficult to trade really, because you don't know whether you're coming or going. So let's have a look at my account. So currently my account is standing at £245.96, and the last video in November my account was £235. So over the last 3 months, I've made a gain of £10, which is fabulous. And £245 is about 23% return on my £200 investment. So over the 9-10 months that I've been trading, I've made a 23% return. And I think in any business, in any trading scenario, anybody who makes a 23% return is doing quite well, because if you put your £200 in the building society or in the bank and waited for its interest, you wouldn't get 23%. So even though this has taken a little bit of effort to get that 23%, it's still not bad. So if I sold everything today and just closed my account down, I would have made £45.92. I think that's quite good. So how have I made that money? So currently my shares, my portfolio is this. I've got 2 BAE shares and they are currently positive £1.33. I've got 2 BAT shares and they're negative £1.98. I've got 3 Imperial brands, they're positive £1.35. 21 NatWest shares and they're negative £4.34. And these are my most disappointing shares because I looked carefully at NatWest and thought it would be a good buy. I've got a quarter of a PayPal share at negative £1.08. I've got 2 Persimmon shares at positive 51p, and I've got 23 Primary Health property shares at negative £2.78. Overall, my investments, I've invested £242.47, and if I sold everything today, that would leave me £233.48. So I've obviously got some money in the account which I haven't invested, and I've gained that from buying and selling shares and selling my shares when they've reached £2 or greater. That's why there's that discrepancy. So let's have a look at the activity I've had in my account since my last video. So if I click on my notifications and I'll scroll down to November when my last video was shared. So from the 7th of November, I sold 5 National Grid shares, so I've obviously made £2 on that. I sold my 18 Taylor Wimpey shares at £1.2655, which I bought at £1.14, so I made 14p per share at 18 shares. That's given me my £2 positive. I sold my Birkenstock shares that was the IPO that I bought, and I thought I'd made a big mistake, but eventually they climbed in value, and I was able to make my £2 on those shares, which I'm really pleased with. I bought some Watkins Jones shares, I bought some BATS shares, I bought some Rolls-Royce shares, and then I sold Rolls-Royce shares, and obviously, as you can see, I bought them for 285 and sold them for 307. So once again, I made a nice £2 profit on Rolls-Royce. That did well for me. And then I sold my Watkins Jones shares, which I'd earlier bought for 47 pence. I sold them for 50 pence. So I made £3 on Watkins Jones. So that was a nice tidy profit too. And the nice thing about trading, especially on the UK stock market, the UK companies tend to give you a nice dividend. So Imperial Brands, which is a company I still own, back in December gave me a £1.55 dividend, which was nice. So that's boosted the coffers on my account. I bought 2 BA shares. I bought 2 Persimmon shares. I bought 23 PHP shares. And I also then received a 97 pence dividend for National Grid. Once again, that's really nice to get dividends, to get money given to you for owning shares. And then finally, I also received a £1.15 dividend for British American Tobacco. So let's go back to my portfolio, just have a look. So one of the companies that I've had in profit and actually has gone up to £2 is Imperial Brands. But I've got this feeling that I don't really want to sell Imperial Brands because they give out a regular dividend, and I'm getting £1.50 every 3 or 6 months. So if I just keep those shares for a year, just sitting there, I'm going to make potentially £3 and actually make my £2 profit that I was after on these shares anyway. So I've got a tendency to keep those shares for a while. Likewise, British American Tobacco given me a nice dividend. So even on minus £2 or nearly £2 on those shares. So I'm going to just keep hold of those. What I might end up doing is selling my BAE shares when they go to £2, and they're getting close. And Persimmon, which was another company, I didn't buy £50 worth. I only bought about was it £27 worth. But I think these are, hopefully this is going to go up. It looks like the building sector has run out of steam at the moment, but I'm sure that'll come back, and I will be selling them in future. The rest of these shares, I'm not in any big rush. Even if they're in the negative territory, I'm just going to keep them and just keep them until they go positive. If it takes a year, it takes a year. If they never go positive and I close my account, then I've lost a little bit of money. But overall, I'm really happy with my £2.45 and 97 pence currently in my account. And yeah, that's good. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it adds some value to you. And if it has, why not give it a like? And if you like these trading videos, and hopefully I'll do 1 or 2 more over the course of the rest of this year, then why not subscribe to the channel? It's free, it's easy, and all you have to do is press that button. Either way, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.